3. The significance of the right of self-determination and its relation to federation. The right of nations to self-determination implies exclusively the right to independence in the political sense, the right to free political separation from the oppressor nation. Specifically, this demand for political democracy implies complete freedom to agitate for secession and for a referendum on secession by the seceding nation. This demand, therefore, is not equivalent of a demand for separation, fragmentation, or the formation of small states. It implies only a consistent expression of struggle against all national oppression. The closer a democratic state system is to complete freedom to secede, the less frequent and less ardent will be the desire for separation be in practice. Because big states afford indisputable advantages, both from the standpoint of economic progress and from that of the interests of the masses, and furthermore, these advantages increase with the growth of capitalism. Recognition of self-determination is not synonymous with the recognition of federation as a principle. One may be a determined opponent of that principle and be a champion of democratic centralism, but still prefer federation to national inequality as the only way to full democratic centralism. It was from this standpoint that Marx, who was a centralist, preferred even the federation of Ireland and England to the forcible subordination of Ireland to the English. The aim of socialism is not to end the division of mankind into tiny states and the isolation of nations in any form. It is not only to bring nations closer together, but to integrate them. And it is precisely in order to achieve this aim that we must on the one hand explain to the masses that the reactionary nature of Rittner and Otto Bauer's idea of so-called cultural national autonomy, and on the other, demand for liberation of oppressed nations is clearly and precisely formulated political program that takes special account of the hypocrisy and cowardice of the socialists and the oppressor nations, and not in general nebulous phrases, not in empty declamations, and not by way of relegating the question until socialism has been achieved. In the same way as mankind can arrive at the abolition of classes only through the transition period of the dictatorship of the oppressed class, it can arrive at the inevitable integration of nations only through a transition period of complete emancipation of all oppressed nations, that is to say, their freedom to secede.